New season, new Fortnite, Marvel is back. Before we even talking about anything though, I gotta show you guys this trailer because I think it's one of the best ones they've had yet. That intro was cool, you guys, but this season has some balance issues, you guys. From the War Machine going ballistic on you to Captain America shields blocking every one of your shots. There's gonna have to be a lot of balance issues fixed in this season. Epic. This right here, this is a problem that you could block. That I don't know why I don't know how they were game testing and didn't think that was going to be a problem. You can block anything. This is probably the worst thing that they added. I personally think that I hope that this is taken out soon, or at least nerfed, because the fact that you could block, even though it's limited block, like it obviously runs out, it's for way too long. It needs to be nerfed at least a little bit. And the fact that you could block anything, including bullets, like I don't think everybody should be Captain America in Fortnite, just straight up. But on from there to the War Arsenal. Now, War Machine brought us something interesting. Well, not even only one thing. He brought us numerous things. We not only have this crazy War Machine arsenal that shoots rockets and it shoots machine gun at the same time, but he also brought us an anti-bot backpack, or anti-bot auto-bot backpack that actually aimbots your opponent while you're fighting them. And then he also brought us a jetpack that lets you fly temporarily in the air for a little bit, and also lets you boost to get away from fights or get into fights if you need to. Dr. Doom. Not only does this make you do 50 damage a hit, but it also can send a large ball flaming towards any opponent up to almost 100 meters away. So not only is this a good distance use, but it's also good for breaking down builds or breaking down the opponent's advantage if they're up a hill or in a far distance where you need to get in the circle. But my thing is, the only reason I don't like it, I feel like it takes a little long to load up, and it also sends you up in the air, which can make really dangerous if you're in a game with good shooters. Obviously, you guys know, I think we all been shut out the air before. So that's Dr. Doom. FYI, this is the only mythic you can only grab one of. You have to also grab it with the medallion, obviously the mythic gun that comes with it. But just FYI, they should have thought of this with the Captain America shield and with the War Arsenal. I don't know why they could be found in regular chests, but Dr. Doom is not the same. Now next up is the Monarch pistol, something that should have been had by Han Solo himself. I think this should have even been probably in the Star Wars event. But this gun is actually pretty good. I like it a lot myself. It's basically like the revolver, shoots a lot faster, hits a lot harder. So if you like the revolver, if you have pretty good aim, because this gun is not for people that don't have good aim, I would recommend to try out this gun. But it hits for about, I would say, 74 damage in the body and almost 136 in the head. So this is basically almost a 2-shot guaranteed if you at least hit one headshot on somebody. So unless you're playing zero build, and if you're playing zero build, I think you got a lot more stuff to worry about than the Monarch pistol. But there's also a mythic of this gun if you defeat one of the bosses. So if you do like this gun and you do like how it shoots, there is a mythic version that hits a lot harder. There's another gun for you to try out. But next up, we have the dual SMGs. Now the dual SMGs is one of my favorite new guns in Fortnite. If you haven't shot them, you're literally just missing out. It's one of the best new guns they added. If you like twerking them guns, if you like shooting extendos, if you like having some choppers on you, if you like looking like one of the coolest dudes that you can look like in Fortnite when holding a gun, then I would recommend to check out these dual SMGs. Not only are they, I wouldn't say they're super powerful, but not only are they fast, they do hit pretty hard if you're pretty close. But if you're at a distance, I would say they hit for about 9 to 10, but they are really fast. So you could kill a wooden box probably in 2-3 seconds. But I would also recommend to watch your bullets because these things do run out of bullets fast. So and the reload is not that fast, so it can get you killed in a gunfight if you're not careful with your bullet spray. So make sure if you are spraying with this gun, if you're making them twerk, make sure the bullets hitting too, because if you're making them twerk and you ain't hitting nothing, someone gonna make them twerk on you, and it's not gonna end pretty. But next up, probably the worst gun they added in this update, the Burst Striker. So if your aim is good, you might like this gun, but the Burst Striker isn't for me. I'm a fan of the regular Striker. I love the regular Striker. If you didn't know, the regular Striker is back in the game, and I think it's the preferred AR to shoot. But if you do want to try something new, I ain't gonna lie, the Burst Striker is something you could try. It's a lot like the base AR. It might be legendary, it might be purple. I don't think you're gonna pick it up like that. But if you're in hard needs, you'll pick it up and use it, but you're not gonna like it. And I would recommend, if you're gonna use any scope on this thing, take off the first scope, because I think this thing is actually viable if it doesn't have the first scope. But Fortnite loves, they love giving you this gun with no scope or the first scope. You won't get anything else. Every other gun, I feel like it's a mix and match of scopes that you'll find, but this gun specifically, you'll mostly find just the first scope, which is the hardest to aim with. And especially if this gun is made for long range, the reticle is already very small, and that reticle isn't any bigger. So shooting long range with the gun requires a lot of good aim. But if you have that, you might like this gun. It hits pretty hard, it hits pretty nice, does shoot fast like the Burst, so you can hit 3 shots in about a millisecond. But hey, the gun's just not for me, but that's the Burst Striker. And now next we're going to talk about the medallions. And of course, last but not least, we have the medallions of the season. So this season we only have 3 medallions. Maybe they wanted to cut it off a little bit. I personally like 4, and I personally like the chapter 5 season 1 spots better. But hey, new things is always good, right? Change is good, correct? So let's see what they got for us this season. So we have the Doom Spot Siphon Medallion, we have the Emma Frost Reveal Medallion, and we have the Mysterio Stealth Medallion. So the Doom Spot Siphon Medallion actually gives you either 50 health or 50 shield on every elimination that you get, every enemy elimination. So I'm actually not sure. Someone try this out for me. Let me know in the comments if the Doom Spot Siphon Medallion works on bots as well, because I'm not sure. I think it does. I think if you kill, I believe if you kill bots, I believe so. I'm not sure though. But if it does, they usually nerf it like in a week or so. So there's that at the end of the day. So, but anyway, this is usually the best medallion. Siphon's always good. Obviously, getting your health back after a fight could obviously surprise an opponent. They don't know what your health's at. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, they obviously don't know what medallion you have. So they don't know you're getting Siphon. So, great advantage to have. Always a good medallion to grab. So now we have the Emma's Frost Reveal Medallion. So what this does is basically a marker medallion. It basically marks everybody in the large radius for every 50 seconds for about 15 seconds. So basically, if you're in a city, it's gonna mark everyone in that city for, if it's not, what was that, Mega City? Maybe it's not Mega City, but any other city that's at a decent range, it's probably gonna mark everyone in the whole city for about 15 seconds. So obviously, this medallion is really good to use your advantage. Really good in build fights. It's amazing in build fights. Obviously, they can't hide, they can't crouch, they can't, you know exactly where they're at all times. So I've seen this medallion go to wonders in build fights. So this is something that I would recommend if you are in a late game, a really hectic late game. I ain't gonna lie, this is the medallion I would look for, and I would really try to get, if you can get a hold of it, or if you do know where the medallion is, or the person that's holding it, you know where they're at. Always go for that medallion at game, because I feel like it's one of the best ones you can have late game, even over the Siphon. Because if you can track your opponents down late game, it's always going to be hell for them. You don't want to always be seen. That's for sure in Fortnite. And then we have, last but not least, probably the worst of them all, the Mysterio Stealth Medallion. So this medallion itself, I personally hate, because it could have been so much better if it let you shot your gun while you're invisible. There's only one medallion in the game. Maybe it would have been a little broken. But my thing is that if you hit the person once, I think then it should undo you. But maybe I am asking for too much. But basically what this medallion does is every time you crouch, it basically hides you from your opponent. So basically they're not able to see you. And I'm not gonna say you're completely invisible. It's more of like the predator effect. So basically, it hides you behind your surroundings. So the more you move, the more you can be seen. Just keep that in mind when you're using this medallion. And also, if you're crouched and using this medallion, even if you're still, if you end up using your weapon or standing up, it will automatically deactivate the medallion. So you'll automatically be visible again. So that's also something to keep in mind with this medallion. So as you can see, this medallion has a little work to be done with it, and that's probably why it's not the best this season. But those are the 3 medallions we have to work with. I would recommend to stay from Mysterio. And if you don't have a Captain America shield, he's just horrible to kill. Like, honestly, his shotgun's pretty good. He gives you a mythic of the Sovereign shotgun, which is one of the new shotguns that I'm actually going to talk about last. But if you're not really one of the big fans of the shotgun, then I wouldn't recommend really going for this boss at all. But that's it for the medallions. And last but not least, we have the Sovereign shotgun. So the Sovereign shotgun, in my opinion, is really good. I consider it the middleman between the hammer pump and the gatekeeper. Doesn't shoot as fast as the gatekeeper, doesn't hit as hard as the hammer pump, but it's literally right in the middle. Hits about 155 headshot, but shoots a lot faster than the pump. But my thing that makes this gun really unique is something you have to try out for yourself, is the distance on this gun. So it's only been a couple of days, so I haven't really been able to test out, how far the distance goes. But this shotgun, I believe, has about heavy shotgun meter distance. So try it out for yourself. But this shotgun shoots pretty damn far and hits pretty hard from pretty far. Not nothing crazy. Don't try shooting it across the damn hill, but it's not gonna hit that far. But if someone's under, like maybe under a bridge and you're on top, I'd recommend maybe laying some Sovereign shotgun shots on them. Probably could do a lot of damage. But this shotgun, I think, is not going to be liked at the beginning, but I think it's going to become a very used item later in the game once people start to learn how to use it and once people figure out what fits best using it in your inventory. But other than that, you guys, that's going to be it for the new updates we have for this update. I hope you guys are enjoying the new season. If you do like free skins, make sure you join my live stream, because I will be giving out free skins all this week, next week, and so on and so on. So I appreciate you guys for watching. If you watched all the way to the end, I love you. I appreciate you. Drop a like for me, drop a sub. And you already know, Big JoJo out.